Anyone that sets things on fire on stage is okay with me. This whole thing is, this face is Marilyn Manson, actually. We used to go, the time I painted this, they played at a lot of clubs down here, and every time we'd go see them, he'd end up doing this thing, but was pulling his hair. And, you know, he kind of looks like a witch, so I painted him as one.
In the early days, I loved them. I thought they were great. You know, it was fun. It was back then. It wasn't like they were taking themselves so seriously. You know, it was fun. You know, throw cow parts out into the audience and squirt chocolate on people and shit. You never knew what they were going to do, and it was kind of fun back then. I think now they're taking this whole anti-Christianity thing too far. It's just not funny.
But some people looked beyond his controversial stage antics.
Brian is a really nice guy, man. Brian is a very intelligent person. Brian had a plan, and he started with it, and he's finishing with it. When Brian was here, he was a young man. I remember when he started this band. I remember when they had chicken feet hanging from the stage, you know? But his whole thing is showmanship. People misinterpret showmanship of being sick or insane, but it's all about a show. That's what the young people are asking for, and he's just giving what they're asking for.
I saw that it was more than just a gimmick. Now, I mean, there was real music going on there, because my first introduction to them was listening to the tape. And, I mean, there were songs and ideas and lyrics and concepts and, you know, and talking to Brian, I mean, it was all right there.
But not everyone loved Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn Manson and the Spooky Kids, I fucking hated them. Well, at the time it was Ambugalard and thrash and metal was coming about and it was really a big thing. And then here comes this fucking freak, Marilyn Manson, right? And the Spooky Kids.
And you got a fat lady on stage and
I got a fat lady on stage
with eggs being cracked over her head.
And he fucking comes with all his makeup and shit and acting all weird and trying to suck dick on stage and stuff, and it just, I don't know. I hated him. I couldn't stand the music. It just was not for me. Didn't like him at all. But now, I must say, I gotta have some kind of respect for the guy. He definitely chased his dream and he got what he deserved. I mean, very creative guy, excellent performer. And here I am playing in front of Metallica still. Jordy, stop pulling your penis out at the show. I can't deal with the police anymore. I can't be disturbed while I'm sleeping during the show, in the performance. You guys, who am I? Who am I? He knows. The fat bastard John Tovar. Woo! We love you, Johnny.
John Tovar was unique.
The country band, the Mavericks, that won a Grammy. They first show was played here at Churchill's. In fact, that show there was when Scott came up to me and goes, "Hey, I got a great idea, Marilyn Manson's Spooky Kids." So it's pretty amazing, and both Marilyn Manson and the Spooky Kids and the Mavericks had the same manager, John Tovar, eventually.
His look was one of, think Johnny Cash from Columbia, right? Black hat, black coat, black T-shirt, black jeans, black boots, and it was, "Tim Gallagher, how are you doing?"
Everybody, you know, would do a Tovar imitation. Everybody. And, you know, the Mansons were just, like, brutal. You know, brutal. But they were brutal with everybody. I mean, it was fun.
It would be funny because you'd go to a show of any of the bands that he managed, and he'd be in the back row sleeping. It could be a showcase in front of, like, 10 labels, and he'd be sleeping in the back. I guess he was narcoleptic.
He could fall asleep anywhere, anything, doing anything. I mean, like, at a strip club, he could fall asleep, you know, with, like, naked chicks all around. But in the van, he would fall asleep, and I don't know who did it or why, but they just took to whispering things in his ear, just, you know, fucking with him while he slept. And for some reason, they whispered vanilla milkshake, and he reacted. He woke up.
Vanilla milkshake. Vanilla milkshake. God damn it.
Started singing Neil Diamond songs, so wake right up.
Hey, what's the song that we sing?
Sweet
Caroline, dum dum dum.
He's out.
He's fucking out, man.
I mean, the guy, you know, had a great track record. Nuclear Valdez, Mavericks, Marilyn Manson. I mean, he knew good music when he heard it. He had great ears. That was the whole thing. I mean, he really did.
Any musician in South Florida that's played any venues will know the name John Tovar.
The Marilyn Manson family grew, as did the band's worldwide notoriety. And anyone who is willing to delve into his graphic autobiography will learn about the characters that are becoming a part of Manson's legacy.
The book is over-exaggerated in some areas. Hey, wait, I forgot to tell you about the shower part. I'm too old for being naked. Naked is only for when you come in. So, I want to wash the meat off of me. Not the meat that took the meat off. The meat was gone. I want to wash the smell of the meat. Why get naked if you can't come? Scott comes into the shower with me. You're not supposed to let little girls play with you, you fucking bastard. It turns out it was like talking a little bit, and he goes, man, those guys are pushing me. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And he's just a shy little, cute little sweet guy. I'm gonna hit your cameraman in the dick with my thing.